The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll go on the ground. And this first play will get them back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, here's Rosen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's taken to the 26. Look at this spin.
Balance.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second and 10 now. It's Rosen. Over the middle to Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Throw left side complete. It's Bowman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. With a tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
To throw is Rosen. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The gun, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Kenny Clark in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Over!
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Rosen finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
He'll get it up the middle. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second and goal from inside the 5. He's going to get it running right, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
No, check, Patriot!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll go with the keeper, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
After the interception, here's Rosen. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bowman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Steps away to his left. That is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And that is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! No, check! Patriot! Patriot!
On 3rd down. That's Robertson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about it on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Over!
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On second down, Rosen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a third down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Raiders on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. So we've reached, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll drop to throw. Going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Looking right sideline, that's complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Rosen on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Bowman. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Rolling to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Again, it's Rosen. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. So it's his third field goal now with the ball game, and they needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
And that's incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So out come the Raiders. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Gun.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here's Rosen to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a handoff looking right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it second and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Hey. Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the field. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Fry. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Carl Lawson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now it's Rosen looking. Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Gone!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He'll field this at the 5. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he lost the football, and the Ravens have got it.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play.
But how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check three. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Fry. Oh, no, he lost the football. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Gun!
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And a loose football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position.